Are we really recording?
We're recording. We're at 3 seconds.
2 seconds.
5, 6, go.
Are these ink pens?
I need you to be quiet.
Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, FlossTube.
We're the Bougie Stitchers.
With my mom.
And we've got Mom because it's Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Please enjoy.
Please enjoy. Please enjoy what?
Please enjoy your day.
You shoving that at me is not helpful when I'm trying to lay the notes out. Well, you should see this table. We haven't been to a retreat, but this table is a hot mess. One, because we were trying to scoot old Mary Ellen in.
Mary Ellen in.
Mary Ellen. Our mom, our entire life was Mary. And then
No, not, oh, your entire life, okay.
And then now
It's Mary Ellen.
Because, not Alan, Ellen.
Ellen.
With delicacy.
We're delicate. We're dainty today. She needed a crown to wear earlier.
Oh, you want to put your crown on for like hot seconds before it pinches your head?
Could you have unwrapped things before we started?
I should have.
Oh,
But I didn't.
We got new pointers, but they're small.
We've had them. See, there's my mom with her crown.
It's my birthday crown, but
Here, Mom.
wave right so your fat doesn't wave in the bottom.
Yeah.
oh well, that's why my arm is cut
We
off.
don't. We
There's
don't
muscles
ever,
right there.
there's muscles somewhere in here, but we don't want to talk about 50-year-old arms.
Here's your pointer, Mom. Do not poke anybody's eye out.
Okay, don't open anymore.
No, okay.
Just we'll open them later. Lay them right up here so they're out of the way, and you don't have to be disturbed with them.
God, you're bossy.
Well, one of us has to be.
Okay. Jenny's hopefully gonna get a shot of
Steve's Walker drank my coffee this morning. I came out into the living room because I had gone in the back to switch out the little laundry, and Walker is just, and he's very quiet and dainty about it.
Your hands are
Yes,
cold.
this is a channel about cross stitch.
We're the Bougie Stitchers.
Hello,
I'm Jenny.
I'm Nancy.
That's our mom,
Mary Ellen.
In case they wouldn't know, we always start our channel with a moment of gratitude. Do you have one?
I do. I truly like this day. Do you see these are different? Oh, sorry. I love Sundays, and it's a special day that it's Mother's Day, and
Why do you love Sundays? I know why your dog loves Sundays.
Sundays are just my relaxed day. Whether it's
She had
sitting
to put a
here,
bra on to come up here.
yeah, and guess what, guys? My clothes all match today.
We only have 2 pieces, jeans and a top.
Well, you should have seen my last.
Last wardrobe.
Anyways, I really like Sundays, and I hope you have a day that you love, that you can do what you want to do. Jenny?
I'm thankful for Sour Patch Oreo cookies.
Did you bring any for us to share?
I'll have Steve bring them in. I forgot to grab them.
I can't have any.
Why?
Because
You're eating one. So we ran into town, and I was like, I just needed a couple things, and there they were. And now I'll just, in all truthfulness, this is a moment of truth. This is a safe spot, so no judging here. But I've gained a little bit of weight since I got out of the military, probably because I'm not hyper focused on the amount of calories I put in my body to the amount of calories I'm taking out of my body, because I don't need to be in, a military standard. And I'm enjoying sweets, which I've really for the last 26 years had not done before I got out of the military. Well, there were these Sour Patch Oreo cookies, and I used to tell anybody who needed my signature that if that signature was going to cause me to go to jail, they better be sending Oreo cookies on the regular. Well, I'm standing in Albertsons, and there's like 5 skinny women, and I walked by those Oreo cookies, and I thought, do not touch those cookies, keep walking. And I said, oh, hell
Oh, yeah,
no.
like, oh, hell.
I went back, I grabbed him, and I said, and Steve looks at me, and I'm like, that's right, the inner 12-year-old just came out. So, here comes our coffee.
Yay! Steve wouldn't let me use the Smokey the Bear coffee cup because he says I break things.
Because you do.
I don't remember the last thing I broke.
Will you bring the Oreo cookies in, honey?
That's not surprising.
Steve, honey,
Ouch.
did you hear me? Will you bring in the Oreo cookies?
She's on a
Steve's
roll
gonna kill her today for some reason. So, Mom, what are you thankful for? Will you come in here?
I'm
This is gonna
thankful
go-
for memories.
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 Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
please explain.
I was singing.
Get in here and please explain.
This is the closest you've ever had.
I know,
this
shit.
I know.
Nancy's touching. Oh, I'm swearing like a trucker today.
I don't know.
Nancy's touching people.
Memories.
Yeah, memories. Memories are good. Even the bad memories kind of keep you in line. But at my age, when I think of memories, They just make me smile and are happy.
Are you gonna start crying?
What's your
'Cause you got-
happiest memory?
I
It's
have
the
two.
birth of me.
For my holiday.
It's a holiday.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
Go ahead. What's your memories, Mom? Well, just tell us one of your memories. We'll get back to
When
that
I
in
was a
minute.
little girl, we always used to go to Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
The
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire. You hear her Boston come out in her? Because she's gonna park a car.
Quarter.
Wicked.
We're gonna well, we
so,
can smile.
anyways,
Smart.
We,
Get smart.
my
Get in
aunt,
here.
my aunt Kay and her curd.
Aunt Kate.
Jenny, I'm gonna have to put a muzzle on you for a second. Go ahead, Mom.
And her curd gentleman friend, my mom and dad and I.
That was
It
before
wasn't
Uncle
Uncle
Roy.
Roy?
No,
Oh,
This-
okay.
Uncle Roy was the life of the party. Everyone needs an Uncle Roy in their life.
they do. God, and
He's the
very
best.
proper. Anyways, because we were a proper family, my mother and my aunt had a bedroom.
What the hell happened to us?
You need to unlock your computer first.
Oh, and Alexa's going to tell us too. Anyways, so, and my dad and whoever this gentleman friend was, cheered, and I was in with the ladies. It rained. It rained 24 hours for the whole damn 3 days. So it's time to come home. I broke away from my father,
Oh shit.
got across the road, down the steps to get to the beach, and ran full force, fully dressed into the ocean. My father, it's a wonder he wasn't.
Wonder you're still alive, Mom.
Oh no, I was not at fault. It was my father for not watching me.
And this is why my mother has issues.
All right, Mom. Off camera. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, to accept responsibility for her action. All right.
What smells good?
My coffee.
That's my coffee.
And we're going to eat these
Everyone
Oreos.
is going to have an Oreo.
No,
cookie.
I don't want one.
Mom,
Mom,
just
eat
try
it. We're going to
Here, go.
present one to you
'Cause
guys.
say when I eat things, I make that sound.
Yeah, well, we'll edit it if you do.
What sound?
Just listen to Mom eat a cookie.
Okay.
Break it open. The dogs always get this half.
I can't.
Try it.
Oh, oh,
This is my mom.
God, no.
Here. No, try it like this. Like halfway.
No, it's fine.
They're pretty good.
God.
They're exciting. Are they pirate cookies, Mom?
Oh,
We'll explain that one later.
yeah, I like pirates.
Okay.
And pirates were not good people, so I don't know why.
Hey,
they
we're
all
7
like
minutes
them.
in yet. We haven't done any stitching, but we're eating cookies. We might not be talking today.
Do you want me to share another memory? Because
We're good.
you're eating with your mouth full. That's not very polite.
We're not going to keep it together today. It's just going to be a day. A lot's going on. All right. We said Happy Mother's Day. We just want to say we're thankful for this crowd and we're happy. We're
And
happy.
you know what? Clap your hands.
Okay.
Okay. This is a channel
About
about a
cross-
lot of stuff, but not cross stitch.
Really not cross stitch today. I do want to apologize. I am the technical expert behind our videos, and I don't do a very good job.
You know what?
I don't do a very good job.
She put the music. What she talked over us.
I thought
Oh,
I
you
had it.
did.
I thought I had it fixed, and apparently, whenever I published, I didn't save it right. I don't know what I did. Anyways, I was trying not to have like 7 minutes of pictures and things without any music, and so, anyways, I put over at the top of us. So I'm sorry. I'm learning. It's a learning. I'm 50 years old. I wanted to leave the military, never touch a computer again, and here I am.
I think you do a very good job.
Oh, it's a learning experience. All right.
Okay.
So we've done our moment of gratitude. The next thing we usually talk about are our FFOs, our fully finished objects. Do you have one?
No.
Me either. Do
That's
you have
been
any
steady. right
finished
along.
objects?
No.
I have 2.
But I did stitch.
Well, that is a relief.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you my 2. My first one
Is that the one that?
It is. So if you ever make a journey to Welcome Stitchery in Minnesota, you should bring your stitched to Justine. So these are Statehood Sampler Series by Thread Milk Design, and you can PDF it, you can get a regular, and you can get it multiple ways. And so we all decided, because we're going there in August, a group of us, and so I'm gonna bring it, and so I stitched it.
Will you stitch one of these for me, please?
There's no Cowboy Joe on there.
Well,
No.
we've solved it. So she does a really good job. She's got all 50 states. I don't know if she has any territories, but she does have the 50 states. And she explains why.
Linen.
She explains, this is her reason. I'd show you the whole pattern, but this is her reasoning about the state. She actually lived in Wyoming, but on the western side of the state. Nancy's on the east. I'm in the middle. Well, I'm more east than middle, but anyways, there she is. 36 count linen. I don't know by who. I didn't write it down. I know what that is. Oh, I do know what it is. It's 36 count parchment by Atomic Ranch.
It's backwards.
No, it says it right there, but we'll do it this way.
It's fine. And I got this from Thread Thy Needle Stitchery. I pulled my own colors. She does all the states in like a couple different colors. And Nancy and I went back and forth. And
These are our university colors.
These are our university, but there are state colors too. In fact, until recently, they were our license plates at one point in time were this color. But this is Cowboy Joe and Steamboat, his horse. And I'm going to put the back.
Very nice.
Oh, that's good.
Like I said, could you make me one of those too?
Maybe, but don't count it in the next couple months because I got a lot going on.
She's busy.
I am busy.
Yeah.
And then
She got all excited about something. Oh, you got it done.
I got it done.
If you
My
have me
friend-
a board, I can help you.
Well, my friend Sandy stitched this. It's not her pattern, but she's this model stitcher in Just Crossworks magazine, spring edition. And
you did this in Cosmo, yes?
I did it in Cosmo thread. It's called Current Mood designed by Lee Fisher of Stitchy Fish Designs.
Is this for Sarah?
Yes. So this is the called for. This is how Sandy stitched it, which is what the designer called for. And I went to a local quilt store who has Cosmo.
Can I see it?
Yep. Who has Cosmo threads. And my friend Stephanie helped me pick a color. I wanted something. Sari loves the rainbow. That is what she'll tell you. She loves the rainbow. She wants rainbows. She is an 18-year-old hippie.
Love it.
And so I just picked the
I
Cosmo.
like this color. It's rainbow.
I picked the Cosmo threads that match her quilt that I'm making her, which is nowhere near done. So we're gonna be.
Ooh, you got a week, Jenny.
Well, no, because we're not going to the 1st of June. So
Oh,
I got time.
you have time.
I have time. I can do a quilt in 2 weeks
Ooh.
if I don't have to work.
My gigantic
travel.
quilt is done.
I
Finally.
know. Well, I have that in the notes, but I think you're gonna have to show me a picture. All right, those are my only 2 FOs. So if you happen to want to stitch this, it's in the magazine, Just Cross Stitch magazine. You can go on to justcrossstitch.com and order the magazines. Or you could maybe find them in your local store. Barnes & Nobles, I know, carries them. Joann's carries them.
Which we no longer have.
We do not have. So, in the meantime, we have been busy over the last 2 weeks.
Because I just like it so much. Jenny, what have you been stitching on? We're going to steal that from Julie.
I just want to know, have you been stitching?
I have.
How many whips did you bring?
3.
Ooh!
I know.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 that I stitched on. And I have to talk about 24 and 24. So Pam and Steph just keep stitching. I consider them our friends. We know them. And we really like them. Well, Pam had this fabulous idea. It's Pam's idea. I believe it's Pam's idea. I stole it from Pam. If Pam stole it from somebody else, I don't think she did, though. I think it's hers. Was 24 starts in 24. Somewhere in there, in my mind, took that to 24 stitches in 24, and I thought I was start to finish. And I'll be honest, in January I did really well. I've got my 2 patterns that I was going to stitch in January done. And then I started adding patterns. Oh, I need to stitch this. Oh, I need to stitch this. Oh, I need to buy this. So my 24 and 24 is just back to 24 starts in 24, of which I will not get them complete from start to finish, but I could. So, I don't know. Kind of a hot mess. But, this last weekend we traveled to my oldest son Daniel's graduation.
Good job, buddy.
He graduated in 5 years with his master's. He has a job. He's a little stressed out about it because there's a law that changed in the United States that says if you are a salaried employee and you only make a certain amount of money, that if you're going to be, if you're going to work overtime, they have to pay you overtime, more than 40 hours. And so the universities and colleges, they're not high-paying jobs. Great for experience, great if you're in the academic world, but not high-paying jobs. So we are trying to, the university's trying to figure out how they're going to set his salary. Or are they going to put him hourly, track his hours, and pay him overtime? I don't know. So they're working through the offering of the job right now and that part of it. So he doesn't officially have the paperwork, though we did talk to the dean on graduation. He's very excited to have Dan come on. Dan has the position. He just doesn't, he's just not officially had the job yet. But his car is tagged. He's done all the big boy things.
Car's in his name.
The car is in his name. It's no longer mom and dad's name. When he officially gets a job, we'll move his insurance over to his own insurance. And then in a couple months, we'll move him over to his own phone bill.
Ooh.
And then he'll be off the payroll, period. So we're hoping in the next few months. And he wants to do all that. He's just nervous because Dad loved the kid. He's got like $10,000 in the savings account and $250 in his checking. He's like, I don't have any money. I'm poor.
I like his
That's a good way
thinking.
to look at it.
No, it is, because and he got out of college because he had to pay for his master's. We paid for his undergrad. He had to pay for his master's. And he got out of college with about $9,000 in loans.
Is that small? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite small. So we're pretty proud of him. Anyways, what'd you do last week?
Why don't you just show all yours and then I'll show mine? Because you got
Well,
you got a buttload.
okay. I'll just start. I've had lots of adventures. So I took 3 stitches with me on the plane because in my mind, this was going to be the easiest thing in the world to stitch on. I couldn't concentrate. One, I was sitting next to a man and he made me uncomfortable. He did nothing wrong. But he was like, so like, you know, you're sitting in an airplane, right? You're like this. Hold still for a second, Nancy. And he's doing this.
I would have been like this.
Well, I was trying to, so I'm sitting, my husband's on this side of me, I'm here in the middle, and he's over here, and he's got the window. So why doesn't he just angle his body against the plane and the window? Instead, it's like he doesn't want to touch this spot, so he's kind of leaning in his man spacing in my side, but he doesn't want to touch me, so he keeps doing this.
He won't be up here tonight.
Walker, you need to go. So, I got like 10 stitches in and then I just listened to my book and played video games on my phone. But the pattern I did was wolf, hands-on design.
And you're going to do like quite a few of these, yes?
I am.
Can I show?
Of course.
Okay.
So I just did called for on this. It's Mushroom Lagana, which I don't think is the called for. Maybe it is. Maybe I should look before I start running my mouth.
Is all of it completed? Like the...
No, she stitched. No,
So
it's
it goes
not.
more down here?
Yeah, well, I've got to stitch the top still and the bottom, and this is about just a little over, it's a little over halfway. That's a dog. It's not quite finished.
It looks like a wiener dog, a headless wiener dog.
It is a headless wiener dog. But this is, it's supposed to be on Beautiful Beige by Witchell, and I've got it on Mushroom Lagana.
Good job.
28 count. But this is one that I just pulled because I thought, oh, this will be an easy stitch. It's just, 5 or 6 stitches in a color.
Give it to them at half.
And,
Sit.
Okay.
they need to go.
Gentlemen.
Then,
What was that? Was that 12 days?
no.
No, this is this one, the first
It's
one.
okay, so then the next one I stitched on is There is a Sal among a lot of our friends, Annie the Proper Stitcher, and Alicia the Fanciful Flamingo, and that is
Which one are you doing? Number 1?
5 golden rings. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
That's the
Muppets.
Yeah,
The
Miss Pig.
Muppets. When we were little, you're showing the pattern there.
Oh,
sis.
I am showing the pattern. So I can't show you the pattern. Sorry. I'll just show you. The book.
Show the book. There's 12 of these babies.
I'm fired, I guess.
You're just up there going, oh, look, everybody. Look at the pretty. I'm not going to lie. I'm stitching on 14 count Ada.
Do you like it?
Not really.
That's my mom's favorite.
That's the only thing I knew.
Not really, but it's fine.
That's really
That's
pretty,
what it's
Jenny.
called for.
I do.
I mean, maybe I like it too, and I've never stitched on black because I wasn't stitched on
Well,
gray.
Is it
But
hard to do black?
Not at 14 count Ada because the holes you could practically swim through.
yeah, you can just like, boop. Oh yeah, I got it.
I just did the called for colors. Like I didn't get crazy.
Are they DMCs?
They are DMC. I've got it in my Como Stitches bag because
It's a nutcracker.
it's got the crackers of nuts, and I love it.
The cracker of nuts, is that their formal name?
It's like when you speak a different language, they always, like we say nutcracker, or the cat of red. You know what I mean when you translate the language?
Oh, yeah.
We just joke that it's the cracker of nuts.
All right. That is a Sal.
It is the Sal, hosted
I
by
haven't started yet.
Annie the Proper Stitcher and
Alicia?
Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo. But you can start, Nancy, because
Who gave this to me?
my friend Leslie sent her copy because she's already got it where she needs it.
Thank you. So I was talking to Andrew, and he says to do it on gray, and I think that's what I'm going to
You're
probably
talking
do.
to who?
Andrew, remember we were talking to him? And I asked him what color?
I think you just get a gray, yeah.
My grandson, Andrew?
No.
Oh.
Yes, Mom. She asks these questions all the time. Like, is it a vacuum? Yeah, it's a vacuum.
I've never seen a vacuum. Really?
Get that thing. You've never seen this. Get it. Reach back there and get that.
I can't.
Whoa, she's moving.
Watch it, Laurel. She's on a hunt. The stitch I did find comfort in is the 31st
Just give
of
her a
October
second, you can show it.
by Twin Peak Primitives.
No, you've been working on that part.
Long time.
I was my last year start.
It's so hard to stitch, Mom. You can't tell her for a long time. I've been working
Oh,
on
I'm
mine
not.
forever.
I
I
wasn't
like it.
being rude.
So it was black. It was black fill-in. I didn't have to think. I didn't have to worry about counting. It was just fill-in.
I really do like it.
I'm hoping, so this is on Live and Die LA Cranberry. And I just like it because it just was like dark Dracula blood, and I just thought it would be fun. Dracula blood. It's Halloween. It's a Twin Peak Primitive. It was one of our last years, I think, that it came out last year, I think. Wasn't it last year that it came out? Come on, somebody help me. Find all the words. Copyright. When did it come out? I know you can still get it. It's new. It's newer.
Try the first page, Jamie.
I already tried the first page, Nancy.
Ooh.
Oh, 23. Yeah, that was last year. There we go. I was not wrong. Sometimes I'm not right, but I was not wrong this time.
And who made your fancy bag? Because I like that too. Oh, that was the one you won.
That's Cynthia. Our friend Cynthia Johnson. She made this bag, and I love it.
I'm still waiting for one, Cynthia.
I went to school with a girl named Cynthia.
You didn't go to this
Johnson.
one, Mom.
Not with this one. She's from Wyoming. She was raised in Grayville, right? I don't know. That's where she lives now. She's a friend. She sat at our table, and she showed me the bag, and I was like, oh. And then our table got called first. I mean, I shoved people out of the way to
She
get
did.
it. I was very proud of that moment.
Okay.
No one ever.
The
Do
Raven.
not check off.
I like to check off.
I know, but you're not in charge.
You go ahead and check off if you want to, honey.
Is there a pattern?
Yeah, but
Ooh, that's very nice, Jenny.
look at how I did it. What is it?
It's your Raven Queen.
It's on a scroll frame.
Oh, did you get the right bar?
I got the bars. I had to order the bars because I didn't have big enough bars.
Okay.
She's raising her hand like we're in kindergarten.
Teacher!
Teacher! Teacher!
Okay, what's your question?
When you purchase this,
You're screwed.
no, but how do you know your pattern will fit within this?
You gotta count. But
There's all kind of calculators out there too. That tell you.
I'm a cheater. My friend Jody. So when I saw this mirror, I hadn't picked my pattern yet. I fell in love with the mirror. It's my very first mirror. But our friend Jody, Jody's Creative Studio, lives in Michigan. We were at StitchCon together. So Karen, she's a viewer, was gracious enough to send me her her pattern. I don't think she's ever going to stitch it, so she sent it to me. I was very thankful for that.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
I have been scared to start it. I have been nervous about...
Is this her hair?
Yeah, that's her hair. But, I mean, I stitched her hair like 3 times. Why? Because I put the wrong color in first, and then I had to take it out.
I'm going to show you guys.
And then I had to... Then I didn't finish it. Anyways.
Can they see it?
Is she like the evil queen in a fairy tale?
No, so she just does these big fancy ladies, Mom. And she
I'm excited to see this.
The Raven Queen by Nora
just bought my
Corbett.
mom.
I dream of stone castles. Sometimes a dark beauty walks the bridge. Read more about the Raven Queen inside. But I had to get the call for her. I had to get a bead pack. So
Was it DMC or is it like
it's
plastic?
It's all DMC.
Okay.
And then you got the bead pack from
Let's show how
Stony
much.
Creek.
This is the bead pack.
These are...
What do you think? There are 6 in here? 7?
Oh, I don't know. Then you gotta
Those
buy...
are expensive when you buy them for beads.
Then you gotta buy all the fancy flosses. And Annie was so generous. She went to her LNS at in Johnson City, the one she goes to. If you watch Annie the Proper Stitcher, she'll tell you all about them. And I needed some Krynic that they didn't have, but they recommended these. So I've not stitched with them yet, but so she gave me a couple choices. I couldn't decide.
Very nice.
Will you do 2 of those?
Mom, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
She's just in the hair, Mom.
And so actually this is supposed to be one of these, and I just don't know yet. Like I'm not
Jenny
committing.
says that this part.
Yeah, so the inside of that is supposed to be one of...
Are you going to do the beads as you go, or are you going to do the beads at the end?
So here's where I'm stuck. Not that I'm stuck, but I'm stuck. This, I watched my friend Leslie and Jody both stitch the skin 1/1. And so I'm trying to decide whether I should brave that or not. So I'm just...
You still have this, Jenny.
Oh, thank you. I'm playing with it. I haven't quite committed.
I do like your needle holder. It's kind of
Somebody
cute.
gave that to us. I can't remember who. It was a...
picture frame.
Yeah.
But she's on a scroll frame, these little knobs. My friend Leslie says there's ways to make these like super taunt, but so far I've just been kind of holding it up as I go. I don't have a stand or anything. I've just been holding it in my lap. In fact, it sits on my chair like this and I work on it. I'll put that over there, I guess. All right, my next one. Oh, this is a good one.
I'm glad Jenny's happy. It is happy stitch.
It's a happy stitch. So we are stitching this with our friend.
That's at the bottom. That's all right though.
What?
It's way down here.
It's fine, Nancy. There doesn't have to be a specific order. It's whatever we get.
It's fine, Nancy.
I am not doing the called for colors.
This is a very fun stitch.
It is a fun stitch. It's a relaxing stitch. I took this one with me too. I couldn't work on it.
For the same reason?
Yeah, it was just one of those. You're on a plane. You're cramped.
The sheep are white in the picture, but they're
I
black
made them
here.
black. Because I'm using none of the called for. I just pulled whatever I had in stash.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So these are supposed to be white flowers. White doesn't show up, so I just changed it all.
What's the fence? Gray? Brown?
No, I use brown because
All right.
fences are wood.
Well, in really expensive houses are white. Like
Well, I don't live in an expensive house.
Have you noticed
live in-
the Kentucky Derby?
Well, again, I live in Wyoming.
That area where they're fancy.
I live in Wyoming.
Well, they have people that paint them. They don't do it themselves. Trust
ready
me.
for
Oh,
this?
hey, will you put this way so you don't get? Yeah, what's this? Oh, this is your unicorn badger.
My pub.
What are? Oh, stop! Somebody, what are these things?
They're just cable.
Yeah.
And I got them on
The
Amazon.
what?
Don't take them off.
I'll show you on one of mine.
Because this is, I literally have a yard of fabric rolled up here. And it took forever. So this is my pub. It is not an alcoholic beverage.
I might want a drink if I
I
ever did
might
it.
need an alcoholic beverage.
Steve makes a good margarita.
I actually kind of might want to do this. It'll never get finished, but
Actually it doesn't take, I say it doesn't take. So
is
here's
it on a 40?
No, it's on 36.
Okay.
It's on 36 count. And because of...
Can they see it?
No. Yeah, they hit there. Because it's like, there's like a book here. This is a book of, the pattern is a book. And, I mean, it's literally a book. Like, this is a book. There's lots of
I'm just
pages
gonna
to
stay
it.
here for a minute. You just keep talking.
But what I
Jenny.
did is I just did half stitches to make sure I had the right count on the border. You can put it down if you want.
I kind of
She
like it.
gave you permission.
Well, I was just saying, like, I can talk about it and not. But I am using the Roxy Floss Co.
Do you
Roxy
love
Floss.
Do you love it?
I do love it.
Are you gonna
I've
convert?
only been stitching on it. No, I've only been stitching on it today. I did 10 half stitches the other day to get a start on it, and then that was what I did this morning while we were having coffee.
I thought
The
you were
walker
going to say
drank.
while she was watching Mass.
Well, you don't watch. If you watch Mass, you don't work on other things. If you're gonna make God a priority, you make him a priority. He's not a half effort.
Can I pet it?
Yes, you can pet it. So for Mother's Day, my husband bought the fabric and the all of those colors. But you gotta
Do you want to pet it?
you gotta take the symbol, figure out the DMC, and then figure out the color. And she's got the most awesome
They feel like tassels.
She's got the most awesome names. Oh, it's a half yard. I only have a
It's
half
silk.
yard there wrapped up. It's not silk. It's cotton.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's cotton. But doesn't
Fabric
it feel
of
good?
your life.
Anyway, she's gonna be a beast.
Do you just want to pet it, or do you want me to put it away? She's petting like every single one. I'm like, oh.
But the colors are so fun. I mean, who doesn't need a color like Nebula, Great Lakes, Jaded, Colonel Mustard,
We're all a little jaded.
Mirkwood, Brunette, Almond, Royale, Nebula,
Are you gonna go through them all?
maybe.
Okay.
Anyways, these are one of
Okay.
those
We have lightning near
in
us.
Denver.
Oh.
Our sister-in-law just wished us a happy Mother's Day. So these are one that, you know, we talked about the different flosses. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I don't have an opinion on what's great and what's not great. I'll tell you what I have stitched on and what we've used to stitch with, and I like them. They come out of Canada. So if you want it tomorrow, you gotta have a little lead time is all I'm saying.
I ordered from someplace in Canada, and it didn't take very long.
I didn't feel like this took very long.
I would say almost less than a week.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's not a run to Hobby
You
Lobby.
can't put your car key in. Are you still looking at that? Okay, go ahead, look.
I keep out of your hair if I have something in my
Oh,
hand.
very nice. All right, I have one more. That's all, and I'm done. And then I have two more. I lied. I did a little-
You have the quilt with Julie.
Yep, it's right here. So my friend Leslie and I, I've discovered the artsy housewife.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I mean, who doesn't need a raven?
You're gonna go to samplers, Jenny, here pretty soon.
I was
I'm
just
not.
going to say, when you started, you said, I'm never going to do
I'm not
a
a
sampler.
sampler. I'm not a sampler person. I stitched that one that Annie.
That's beautiful.
I've stitched. I like Annie samplers, but to stitch a big old sampler, I don't know.
So go ahead
My
and
husband spiked my coffee.
she needed it.
I'm trying to get you in a better mood.
Mom, you just pretend.
Anyways, I didn't use. I guess I did use some type of I don't know. I tried to match, but I didn't. If I had a fabric, if I had a floss, I just used a floss.
Like close enough.
So that was Friday's. I did what I did on Friday. Yeah, because I think the Raven is supposed to be like I used a limited edition black from Gentle Arts instead of the called for. I had two skeins. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. And last but not least, this is not moving. I thought I'd be done by June or July. I don't think. I'm gonna maybe be done by the end of the year. We'll
Julie,
just go
quit
with that.
stitching and look up.
Yeah, Julie, pay attention because I got one block in and an outline.
That's a lot.
So I'm still on part 2. I think I'm on part 2. Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna look really nice when it's done.
Yeah, when it's done.
You know what it reminds
F.
me of? Emma's quilt that you did for graduation.
F through K is what I'm working on. This is an Erica Michaels. Happy Little Stitch Shop was sponsored this stitch along. I've completely gone off the rails.
I gotta show you this. These are all the patterns.
Yeah, she does a really good job of showing what the pattern looks like in scale, and then kind of just the row, and then she actually breaks it down kind of by block, which I thought was really nice.
So she got Humble done.
I did, and I outlined the other one. But it takes me like an evening and a half to stitch a block.
Very nice.
And you think that's long?
And what is this 36 count or
It's
32?
Oh, well, it's 32, but I ordered it before I even started stitching on 32. I was feeling really brave. So I used all the called for. I'll tell you my mistake. Like I couldn't figure out, it said I needed like 2 skeins of the blue, wavy navy, and I love wavy navy. And so I'm just stitching along. I've outlined, like this outline right here, this little thin little outline right here is supposed to be some brown color. I didn't pay attention. I'm just stitching along. So I've had to order more wavy navy. I don't even think I'm going to use the brown it's called for because I clearly did not follow the instructions.
Your sister had us a lot of wavy navy if you need some wavy
Well,
navy.
I might. I bought 5 skeins. We'll see.
I think you should be good.
I don't know. All right, that's all I got. That's all I got stitched on.
Okay. I only have 3 stitches. This is my bust stitch when I have time to stitch on a bus. So I sweep my bus, then I like take a seat and like disinfect the bus, and then I stitch. So this is the one that I was doing with Teresa, the Garden Goose Stitcher. She's done. And I did the witch, filled in all this. And I'm off one right here, but that's okay. So that is my...
And this is on what? Did you dye this?
Yes. This was just on a piece of fabric I had, and I tea-dyed it. And I have all the stuff to do all the rest of them in here.
Did you see the Prairie Schooler has got some re-releases? Prairie Schooler. They're really cool. They're little rounds.
I think I'm liking Prairie Schooler. I'm not a big Santa person, but I'm really beginning to like some of her stitches. And she's a newer stitcher to me.
She's the Prairie Schooler.
Yeah.
It's not a new
To me. I said to me.
Right, but they're re-releasing a lot of them.
So you've seen this by Jenny.
Is this your butt dog?
And this was...
You don't have to show the pattern again. Well, you can show the pattern if you want to.
I would like to. This was on my... I was doing the same thing with Jenny, but I'm just going to leave... I'm going to stay and get this done. I think everybody needs this in their life.
I mean, who doesn't need a sunflower 10 times the size of the house?
And this is the green. The green is done, but I have to tell you a funny about this. I made a copy. I know. I've got to show this. I'm going to show way back here.
Don't show the copy.
I made a copy, but I forgot these 2 lines, so it wasn't making sense to me. I'm like, what the heck? Why? So I've taken this out 3 times. I don't need to take it out. I need to have a better copy.
That was a long story.
I mean, if you're gonna make a copy, you should make a full copy.
Oh, that would be helpful.
I'm sorry, guys.
You're fired, Mom.
Did you do this? Is this called for?
Everything's called for.
Oh, look at you!
I know, you were proud of me
This is
last time.
Cedar River. Did she stitch
No,
it?
no, the floss.
The floss is called for. You're stitching it.
But look at this. You want to know anything else? I got it right here.
18 count.
20 count.
Ooh,
I like 20 count. I like 20 count a lot.
she's gonna be itty bitty.
Well, this is all the green.
It's not all the green.
No, okay.
It's all the green on the one corner,
In the bottom, yeah.
the bottom right corner. You still gotta do the bottom left corner.
I don't have to do anything you want to do.
Yeah, she don't do anything she don't want to do. Is that all you stitched on?
That was the theory of your whole life growing up.
That's why I'm the less low. That's why I'm cut out of the family picture.
Oh,
Seriously, Mom spent hours cutting my sister out of a family picture.
She did, and it's like, I spent hours trying to get you in there, but you still posted it, Mom. It looks like she only has 2 kids, like Jenny and
Well,
Dave.
there's 2 kids in an arm.
So this is what I'm working on. I've really begun to really like this stitcher. This is Ripple Stitcher, Women of Honor.
You're really knocking it out there.
Well, last night when the Northern Lights were out, I was trying to get it done. Did you guys? Sure hope you had the opportunity to see the Northern Lights.
I didn't get to stitch a lot last night because I had to sit outside.
So I did 4 of these, and I think I only had to do 2 of these and do that little corner medallion thing. So that's my goal, to get that done this week.
Have you decided what other names you're going to put on?
I'm gonna put
That was last video.
No, Mom, not 100%. I think I do, but I have to get it done first before I worry about it.
I know. I thought if I could just get the borders done, I'd be fine. But
Yeah.
it's
harder than you think.
Yeah, there's a rhythm.
And this is a Cosmo bag. It's the organizer, which I really like, and the little pouch for the material. I do like her work.
I do too. She had a lot of fun bags yesterday. You gotta follow her on Instagram because she'll come on Friday morning, and then you can make. If you love them, you gotta get on and you gotta.
And that's all I've been stitching on.
That's a lot, though.
It is a lot because I had to get a queen size quilt done, and then for the back, I don't know why I do this to myself. I made a lot of mistakes on the back of my quilt, on the front of it. So I decided I was going to make the back is just all my mistakes and my blocks. I just figured it out how to put it together. I'm really actually excited to get it back, but.
So you put your mistake blocks on the back?
Mm-hmm.
No one will ever know.
No.
It looks intentional. Because I did that with my tulip pink.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about flosses.
Oh, flosses. Okay.
So we had a viewer ask us about if we could talk about our flosses, because we do show lots of flosses. We're relatively new to cross stitch. Like when we learned to cross stitch, Mom taught us with DMC because that's all they had. And then
and Ada.
Well, that's the cloth. I'm talking flosses. Everyone stitched with DMC. And then we came. Are you gonna live, Mom?
I'm sorry.
I've been planning my mom's death all day. Don't ask.
Yes, she has.
But I just used the wrong word choice, but it turned into some bad conversation. So what we're in the process of learning new, and we do that by meeting people, by people sharing. I had a very kind viewer. So my very first project, I chose it because it was a summer camp by the Colorado Cross Stitchers. Sherry challenged us to do something new to us or to use a new floss or fabric. I don't remember. It was like 3 years ago. And I chose MPI silks. And I wasn't a fan. But it was the first time I stitched on silk, right? So we had a very kind viewer reach out and say, well, I'm going to send you some Victoria Clayton silks. And I stitched with them and I love them. So maybe it's because it's the second time I used them, and then I kind of had to feel it because silk's a little slippery. I had Shelly, the antique needleworker, say you've got to
wax it up,
train those puppies, use some wax. So I've got a third silk project in the works, and I have used it with help me with the words. Which one? Oh, my Bestitch Me silks.
It's on.
It's not up. So my Bestitch Me silks are fun to stitch with too. But again, part of it is that I've learned to use silks. I'm experimenting with them.
Will you put it
So,
in here, please?
Yep. We have other silks. So you want to talk about these silks?
Oh, this is by M&M.
Amir is our friend.
She just ran like 300 miles.
Yeah, she's amazing.
So this is how I store it. She used to store it like this. And this is her skin tone pack. And these are just a couple that I purchased. But now she does it like this. And I could truly pet them all day. And I sew with them just here and there.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're so soft.
I think I got this because of the name of this one. It's called Writer's Chair.
There we are. They're beautiful.
They are.
But there's no but on. They're just beautiful. What else?
Are we talking about silks?
Yeah, these are the Victoria Clayton silks.
These are how I got them.
Yep, she sends them on little spools. For the price for your money, I think Victoria Clayton silks are amazing.
They are.
They're like, how many yards? It says on there.
I think it's 7.
7 yards?
Nope. 8.7.
8.7 yards of silk.
I think that's all my silks. These are, yeah.
All right. So we've also expanded and we've learned about other flosses. So there's the silky. Nancy stitched with these. I have not. But lots of people stitch with them. Lots of colorways, lots of packages. There is Cottage Garden Threads out of Australia. I love their variegation.
And Rebel Stitcher has a club.
She has a club. Just pop over to Rebel Stitcher and she will hook you up. And I think it's every other month you get 4 or 5.
I need to get in that club.
Those are beautiful colors.
They are.
They are. The variegation is so fun. And
This is Happy World.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Does she dye them herself?
Yeah.
No, her gnomes dye them.
I'm gonna do
The mother's the dyer. The daughter, I think Pam is the mom. I think she's the dyer. I don't know. I could be making some stuff up. You guys are always good with making the facts correct.
We don't mind if you guys correct us. Not at all.
But last year Pam had some.
The ones that my mom makes noise, I'm showing you, just so you know.
The Pam had a heart issue, and so they
how sad.
so
But
in order
she's
to raise
good.
money, they had a special, and that's where I was introduced to them. And then I fell in love with them, and then I called Colleen and said, put me in your club. And so she did.
Smoky with the
So I'm stitching on those with my
This is a Sawyer.
Leela Studios holiday quicker.
Yeah, like I said, I do need to get into this club. I
Well,
shouldn't get into
No,
clubs,
don't
but
get in the club. We can share. And then when we find ones we like, we can just order more.
okay.
And that's what's great about having a stitchy friend with you is that, you can share.
This is Fiberlicious.
Oh,
I guess this is silk.
look at you.
Things I don't know. I just use these sporadically here and there if I have something that matches.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with mixing silk and DMC. If that makes you happy.
Does it show
Yeah.
different on your cloth?
Sure it does.
A little bit, but then it gives a little bit of texture, right?
It's going to make it different.
Texture is good in the mix.
Okay, so this is one of my new favorites. Color and Cotton. And this was last month's club. I just haven't put it away yet up. And they're really bright, and they show really pretty even when I hang them on my things. And I've not gotten truly into like switching. I'm not good at that just yet, but I've got to figure out how to incorporate these because they are really pretty.
I think it's easy.
Jenny and I got into this because of a FlossTube.
So Niecy Lynn was showing her Wicked Stepmother flosses, and we went on, and we have, I don't know why I'm saving them. I'm saving them for the perfect stitch. I'm sure I could just go order more, but the blue is my favorite. It's like a blue suede.
I like the fall one, the falling leaves or
yeah.
something. Okay. This is classic. This is pretty common. Like
Do you like
250,
classic
270.
Do you like classic or weeks better?
Jenny, I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I like them both.
I think it just depends on the color I want.
It does. I don't know if I brought any weeks. I figured
I have a bunch of weeks over there.
it's pretty much the same.
If you need
The
a
cost
comment,
is the same.
American designers tend to use weeks or gentle arts for most of their designs, and DMC, or they'll give a DMC conversion,
Which is nice.
which is nice. So, if you wanted it, and then just to be brave enough to find a color that's similar to, if you wanted to change it to Cottage Garden, or you wanted to change it to, and there are many silks and cottons that we are not showing because we just
Don't
know-
have 'em.
We don't have them yet, and we don't have a local needlework store really. And the lady who does sell it in Gillette sells weeks and gentle arts.
And classic.
Classic.
And we should have said that the almond M&M is a very affordable silk to get into
Very
if you want to
affordable.
start. So this is Gentle Arts, and like I said, most of these are just the same to me.
But these are how you store them.
Yeah, this is a company in Canada, really affordable, and I actually kind of like it. It's a visual thing for me, and it's really pretty. It's behind me when we sew. Normally you can see it. I really like it.
And then when I first started cross stitching, was getting the Fat Quarterly stitch box, and which was a great way of learning and being exposed to new things. I recommend stitch boxes for that reason. If you're willing to be adventurous and try things, I would recommend. It's a good use of your money. But she introduced us to Cosmo, And it Cosmo's out of Japan, and it's like stitching with DMC. It's a little, to me, it's a little softer, but I love it.
And then I brought some odd things that I had. This was given to us at
Beach, please.
Beach Please. And I obviously have, oh yeah, I did use it. I used it on my little witch.
Yep.
But, and then I brought out the good old DMC.
Yeah, and that's how I store mine. These have all been used at one point in time in a project. That's why they're hanging out of Floss.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like I like it because it doesn't get tangled to me. Like to get it off here, and more like 90% of the time it doesn't like get like balled up at the bottoms. Yeah. And then it's just easy and it's accessible. Like you're in Hobby Lobby and you grab it.
So I have a story about Forbidden Fiber Co. So our friend Zan and Sarah, who live in Tennessee, which is where Forbidden Fiber Co. is out of, well, they keep us kind of in the know. So I started following them on Facebook.
That's funny because so did I.
And the other day I logged in and I'm just scrolling Facebook. It was when we were on the plane. You can use their Wi-Fi. And there it was. The Goonies.
I got one. Did you get one?
I got one! You didn't tip! So they got a mystery box coming.
Yep. And I got the Wicked one too.
Oh, I didn't get the Wicked one.
Yeah. It's going to give me a lot of trouble.
But
Maybe I won't get to go on vacation.
I didn't tell my husband.
Oh, jeez.
Which isn't a big deal. He doesn't care. But he's like, hey, what is this forbidden... So I don't know if he thought it was like some kind of love triangle I had signed up for or something.
He got excited, didn't he?
So, and I was like, oh. I said, well, it's a stitching box. And he's like, did we just not? Because when we went back east for Dan's graduation, we bought him work clothes for his birthday. And then we bought him a coffee maker for his graduation present. We did things that parents do, right? He's like, did I not just tell you what our credit card bill was? I'm like, but you pay it off every month. He's like, it's not the point.
I have to tell you a funny story about the Goonies. So I love the Goonies, right? And
It's our favorite movie.
I reference it quite often. Well, I have a young lady on my bus, and she's my aide. And this little kid was like, he was a chunky little kid, and he was dancing, and his little belly was showing. I'm like, oh, he's doing the truffle shuffle. And my aide looks at me, and she's like, what's the truffle shuffle? So I had to go down this road, and her aunt actually works there, and she's like a cool aunt. Like I go imagine this lady's just kind of a neat, interesting lady. I go in there, I'm like, you did not have Jamie watch the Goonies? And she looks over at her, and she's like, no. Who doesn't know the Goonies? If you were raised in the 80s, even early 90s, you know the Goonies.
Everyone knows the Goonies. You should. It's an icon. It's an American icon.
Six shoes, six shoes.
Six shoes.
What?
I did.
Pinches of power. Pinches of power.
I when I was pregnant, I did the truffle shuffle for Steve, with Dan in my stomach. It should not have been done, but I did. So but I just remember one time we watched it. It was this big snowy day, and we were all stuck inside, and we sat down and watched it. And
Did we have popcorn?
I'm sure we did. Mom had this big. Mom had this
I still have
bowl.
it.
It was a
Tupperware bowl?
puke bowl?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
If we were gonna get sick, Mom brought the Tupperware bowl out, and then we would make popcorn in it, and we'd eat popcorn out of it. I mean, the things. This is why we're tough, because the things we did as children have now made us tough as adults.
Right.
We will live forever. All right. Woo. What do I got written down here for notes? We're digressing. We're an hour in. Do you have plans? No. I talked about my plans. My 24 and 24.
I'm so sorry.
I made a cake this week.
This cake looks delicious.
This cake is a hot mess.
Jenny went downstairs and I'm like, I almost just had a piece.
My friend Addison, he's the best. He has all types of advice. He's like, look, all you had to do was mix a can of frozen limeade concentrate and an angel food cake and bake. And I went, that is not what I did. Like, I creamed the cake in a new way that I've never known to cream a cake. I blew it up in my oven. I didn't make the lemon curd because there wasn't enough cake to make the lemon curd for.
It looks good. It looks a little lopsided, but it does look good.
Oh, it's way lopsided.
And I tell you it smells good, but I can't smell.
Did you get any Happy Meal?
Oh, yes.
I did too. I gave you the one piece
Yes.
Happy Meal that Leslie sent.
No, that's stash, Mom. Slow your roll a little bit.
And then I got a card from Andrea,
I did too.
our friend Andrea. She's a new stitcher, but man, she's Tammy Totten's sister.
You
And
know
those
they're
two
sisters.
are cut from the same cloth. They are amazing. Amazing sisters.
Okay, you gotta stop.
Hold the address.
So, this is from Vicky. She's from.
Not your address, Vicky's address.
Well, I don't think they could see it. Anyways, it's a thank you note. But in this thank you note is a bookmarker.
Oh.
And
Oh my God! Did
she made these for our scissors. These are scissor fobs. She made you. Okay.
Will that be helpful?
Yeah, it would. But they're really pretty. They're very.
Anybody that crochets would really appreciate that.
So you can pick one.
I don't care. She sent them to you, so you pick one you want.
Okay.
You didn't take the purple?
No. Anyways,
Beautiful.
that's my Happy Meal, and I
I'm
love
just gonna
Happy
have to
Meal.
hang 'em, though. I don't think I can use it, but I want to keep it forever.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
And it's funny because I didn't get I was worried that she didn't get it because I messed up on the other address, so I worried that I messed up on her address, but she must have got it.
All right.
Do you want to take a second and talk about your little vacuum?
I was going to make sure that we got that in. Now, if you walked into
Closer.
a room,
And you saw Ladybug.
and you saw this beautiful ladybug, wouldn't you say, "What's that?"
Because
A vacuum. Like, would
three
you think
videos
that
ago-
was
It is a
a vacuum?
vacuum.
But I didn't pick it up. It was
because
just
3 videos ago we shared it on our FlossTube. So either
Yeah,
mom's
so either
not
mom's
paying-
not
Oh
watching.
no! I am one of your faithful watchers.
You are. You're one of the first ones usually.
I am.
Because she wants to know what's going on in our lives. That's
No
what she
shit.
said.
Mom.
She said,
Whoa.
I have to watch your FlossTube to know what's going on in your life. She was really snarky one day, and I went, oh, good to know. And I moved right on. I'm like, I'm just going to walk away
Well,
from
do
that.
you call your mother every day?
Oh my
Please
God.
tell me no.
No one calls their mother every day unless they're checking on her to make sure she's alive. And clearly you're not dead, so.
Jenny killed her off today.
There are
Planned our
lots of
funeral.
people that call their I want you to put the comments. And don't be ashamed if you do. That's nothing to be ashamed of. You should be proud that you do that.
I'm proud I call you every other week.
Week.
You live in the same town usually.
Yeah, and I drive by and make sure her curtains are open.
How do you see, when you come down the hill?
Yeah. And then I make sure she moves her bug once in a while. I'm like, Mom, that bug hasn't moved.
Oh, tell them what happened to my bug.
You tell them.
I have a Volkswagen Bug convertible.
She loves it. Never take the
It's
top
It's a
down.
very practical
You
car for
can't take
Wyoming.
the top down. It's broke. Which I did not know when I bought it. And I've already gone through the convertible stage, so I didn't care. But it was automatic.
Don't use your
And
hands.
that's all they had in Albuquerque. So we had this horrible day of rain.
2 days of rain.
I mean, it was, not only did it rain, but the wind. So I'm going to the optometrist. I haven't driven my bug in a while. I back out. I get to the parking lot.
Can I ask you to do a short story?
I turned to the left. The gutter, it was like water between the top and the visor, just like a gutter from the house. And I'm sitting there going, so,
Did you get wet?
no,
Hold
not
on, wait
that
till the
side.
story.
So then I have to go up that little hill by my
Taste that
house.
coffee.
Oh, shut up. And honest to God, it came. It was like lava from a volcano. And I wear these silky,
Not water from a stream.
How many lava from volcanoes have you been hanging out with?
oh, many.
So
And
come
from-
into the picture.
Anyways,
Here,
I got,
here, scoot your tush.
Oh,
Why did I ask her
pack
to
a
do
lunch.
that?
so look at this, we're close.
Hopefully my deodorant worked. So we got lava coming down.
We got lava.
I
It's a
got
lava
so-
flow, people. Did you let Wyoming?
Oh, it's okay.
As long as Walker doesn't come in here and eat it. Good.
I got
dog.
soaked from my knee up to my tushy.
They can't see you. I just have to tell them.
Oh, all right. From my knee to the tushy. Now I can't go back because I'm old and
Does
I'm
it take her
slow.
forever?
Yeah.
She
It's
missed
2
her
hours
appointment.
And,
for-
and my
appointment is 5 minutes
optometrist
away.
is just down the road.
Probably could walk, but it's okay.
No, she'd never make
I
it.
didn't say you. I said you could probably walk. You
Anyway.
being you.
You being
I'm a little
anybody but
nervous
mother.
about, hey, I'm done.
Talk.
No, I'm done. You keep interrupting, and I taught you better than that. So go ahead
So
now.
anyway, she got really wet and now, okay, this story's it. She got really wet. She made it to her appointment on time. She just had wet pants.
She just looked like she
But it
peed
wasn't
pants.
peed because it was in the front. So she's good.
But it looked like it was.
All right. Let's go. Did you get Happy Meal?
I did. I just showed it though. I've shown all my Happy Meal.
All right. What about your haul?
Oh, I got some haul.
I got a
Want me to
few
get
hauls.
that?
Yes, please.
Why don't you tell me first? It takes forever.
Jenny's going to go first.
Okay. I got my. So I have to tell a story. So when I told you I was going to switch my club, the Stitch Me Club.
Thank you.
So I jumped on it. I did 32 count, and then the same day I went in and changed it to 36. But I don't know what all happened. But I got 32 this time, but I'm getting 36 next time. But this is not another sampler.
I like it.
It's a great neutral. So I'm in the neutral club because I wasn't into the crazy colors. Because I don't stitch on crazy colors. And then I got my first pink box.
I just got in the club.
We were talking about packaging matters. My friend, the fanciful flamingo, because she talks about how she has to order her boxes and how she has to get, and so
Aww.
Wow.
on Sunday, I got this notice, the 28th of April, that my box was shipped, which means she got the printing label ready. And then the next day, I got a notice that it was at her place to ship out of town, and I was supposed to get it on Friday, the Friday the 2nd or the 3rd. It was the day I was leaving. So I knew I wasn't going to get it. So I was so excited to get home on Tuesday because my box was going to be here. And I was so excited. And I get in and I don't have a pink box. They dropped our mail off for us that day. And I didn't have a pink box. And then I started searching for it. I'm like, my pink box was supposed to be here Friday. Anyways, the pink box showed up on Wednesday. It took like a week and a half. And she was all nervous about it. And I said, don't be. I live on the last stop at the Pony Express. So, we got the box. This box, if you don't have the extras and you're not comfortable taking risk, maybe subscription boxes aren't for you. But I think they're smart. Like, for the cost of this box, one, just packaged
You get pink.
amazingly. But then you open it up and you get this fabulous card. I can't show you this card but on the back of this card is a Zoom meeting with the designer
Ooh.
that curated the package. Or that she curated the package that provided the stitch.
I'm a box lady.
This one was from our dear friend Annie. Does that just not make you happy? She gives a great note of she works with small businesses. These are not box stores. These are small businesses that she gets the stuff from. She sent a project card.
There's pink.
She
That's
sent
to tie it on.
the DMC.
Very nice.
She sent
She sent.
her a project tracker.
Oh, I'll get you in trouble.
She sent some Lady Dot for finishing.
I love Lady Dot.
What is that?
It's just
finishing.
finishing.
But Lady Dot, her name's Louise. She dyes it, and you get all different colors. I really like her website because if you want to know what kind of color you're truly going to get, she tells you what the DMC color is. So if you're going to buy vintage, on her website it'll tell you vintage is whatever DMC color. I'm going to guess ecru, but it's very good. She sends a little treat.
You guys remember these like Christmas time? These always came out at Christmas time as a kid.
She
Got that
sent
jelly in there.
finishing fabric.
Nice.
She sent some stickers. She sent decorative pins. And the decorative pins are from, there was a company, hang on. The decorative pins, the planner stickers from Emma Pink Studio. The coordinating floss is DMC. Who's got the pins? I don't know. The project tracker card is...
Is it on the other side?
No. No, it is not. And then the Proper Stitcher sent a discount code for her patterns. And Whoa.
Yeah.
I know, right? This box doesn't it?
And they're like 70 some odd bucks. So I mean, all of this for,
And you get a Chantel 141 board.
you have to paint it. Well, you don't have to paint
You don't have to paint it. But you know what? If you don't want to finish it like Andy finished it or like Alicia set up to finish it, you don't have to. But you get a board for another project.
This is funny.
Warning, opening this package will result in extreme happiness. It is true. You know, if you don't want to finish it with the rickrack, this is still rickrack you can use for a project. You don't want to finish it with the fabric, you want to pick a different fabric, you can. You want to use fancy pins somewhere else, you can. You don't like these colors of DMC, you want to make them brighter, you want to make them more muted, you can. Like, there's nothing that's going to make you do it.
Nothing stopping you but yourself.
Yeah, so I get an evening to hang out with my friends, with the designer.
I don't get it this time, but maybe next time.
Next time I will.
Why? If you bought the box?
Because she had already got them out.
Oh,
And
this
I
is
just,
a different one?
I just did it on Friday,
Yeah, so
I think.
it's every other month.
Yeah.
That
That is well worth the money.
I think so.
And I agree with her. Packaging, presentation.
It's everything.
I used to be in the, what was it? From Emma. Why can't I remember their name? You and I were both in that sewing club, the blue boxes.
The Fat Quarter Shop.
Yes, I love that because that was my excitement. I'm like, oh.
I know. I used to wait for my Fat Quarter Shop
Yeah, me
box to
too.
arrive. I dropped out of that one. I was in it for like 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And I love, like, I have this pair of scissors. I don't even know where they're at. They're somewhere on this table.
Are they blue handled
They're
scissors?
blue handled
Me
scissors.
too.
Those are my favorite scissors in the world. I would never have ordered blue handled scissors, but I got them in that box, and they're my favorite. So I will always know that when I lose them or I can no longer keep them sharp, I'll go back to the Fat Quarter Shop and buy those blue scissors. So there are things when you are in these boxes that you're going to find out you can't live without, and there are things that you can live without.
You can read it, Mama. It's not
Oh, no,
private.
But
I like
it's
this.
nice to, if you don't have, I don't have a Hobby Lobby, I don't have a Joann's, I don't have an LNS, I have nothing. So to be exposed to different things,
You got a mother.
I do have a mother. She's not dead
Yeah.
yet.
You could call it.
I could call her. I call her more than my sister does. But these boxes are, for the value, for the exposure, are exactly. And I told Alicia, I'm like, if your nose itches tomorrow, don't worry, we're gonna be talking about you.
You could frame that. That's beautiful.
All right,
Is that all your happy meal?
that's all my happy mail. What did you get? Oh, that's all my haul.
Okay, Mom.
What'd you-
Yeah. This is my haul. Mom's all excited she has a job.
You got your May
This is my May
color and
color
cotton?
and cotton.
Those are some nice colors.
There are.
Who did you kill to
I
get in
want
that
to
box?
present this to you.
I don't know. I just got on it one day and they had
So,
openings.
Color and cotton never has openings. Like, I don't know. People are killing each other. They're not really. But I mean, it's a fight. It's a fight in the CrossFit world to get in a club.
Wait, I do not need another project bag.
So
Look,
you're gonna give this one to me?
no ma'am.
Rude.
How cute is this?
Where did you get this?
Well, I'll tell you here in a minute. Stitchworkdesign.com is on the internet. And here's her.
I
It's on
didn't.
the internet.
She's not next door to you. She's not your new neighbor in the yellow house.
No, but how cute is this? Dogs with glasses. And if you guys don't know, hopefully this comes up. This is Mater with his like John Lennon glasses on. The dog can't see, so he can't, but yeah, so I was so excited to get this. I'll make sure
Did you
that's
really
in.
order this and not get one for me?
I really did.
Jennifer.
Well, I would pay her, Mom.
It was a
It's not-
moment of me.
It's not like I would like say buy it and spend all
Well,
your
don't
money
you
on it.
travel everywhere? Do you bring home gifts for everyone?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, not all the time.
And she's gonna bring me back a sweater from.
No,
No,
she's
because you
not.
didn't even give me a bag.
Well, wait, here, copy this down, and I bet she
You
has
know
more.
how much those sweaters
I don't
are.
care how much they are. Anyways, our friend Becky. So I got to go to a retreat.
So she got to go to the retreat. It was right here.
Yeah, I only got to go to one day, and it was so worth it. It was
Because who came home to visit?
my McKenna. She
Sassy. I
didn't
didn't
toss
get
us
to
any
see.
money this time, so that was exciting. We had to fix her rotors. For some reason, her rotors, we had just did it last year.
On her car?
Yeah, and she
This
like,
time?
hold on.
Oh.
And she's like, Mom, there's something wrong. I'm like, Kenna, there can't be anything wrong. Well, lo and behold, we took it back to the mechanic, and they're just crappy. They were truly gone. Like, probably shouldn't have drove. And so they did warranty work. It didn't cost us a single thing. It was really nice. Fixed that up. We only got to spend like 3 days with her. She had plans, you know, when you're 24, or she'll be 24. She just has plans.
She won't be 24 until the end of the year.
I don't know. She's an easy one to remember. Anyways, so when she left, I went to retreat. And it's just one of those things that truly warmed my heart. These are our ladies we always stitch with. They're like,
I was sad.
they're my go-to, like, what do I have to do with this, you know? Even on cross-stitching, some of them are better than we are on cross-stitching. So we're like, well, you know, it's easy to be better than me. But, you know, if you have a question, anyways.
Well, they've done it longer.
They
started stitching it back when Mom started stitching, and they didn't stop.
not quite.
These ladies are,
They
they're
have
a
better
wealth of
eyesight.
knowledge. They're a wealth of
Anyways, she made us these, and they're actually really handy. You put your sewing stuff in there. These are just goodies she put in there. So you can have this one. And then she made me this. So I got to pick it out. She had coffee ones. I just thought the mountains were appropriate.
So
Is that Becky's?
Yeah,
Becky made them?
Becky made them.
She is such a good seamstress, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh, there's lots of little...
Then I won this basket. But this basket means I'm on committee next year. They hook, line, and sinker me in. If you give me a challenge, like a scavenger hunt, I am on it. I am going to kick your butt. I got second place. But second place got me this great basket, and I'm on committee next year.
I wondered how that happened.
Yeah, it was funny because last year Jenny and I were on committee, and we got them with scissors.
We did.
Yeah, fancy scissors.
Everyone wanted the fancy scissor bags. Not many good to be on the committee.
So it's just fun. They had it was the safari theme, and they had all kind of things there. And Becky, I might have your pattern. You might need to check.
What do you mean you might have a pattern?
She knows what I'm talking about.
Well, why don't you tell us so we know?
Is that like a pirate book?
No.
Those are brilliant.
Yeah.
What
This
is
is how we did our tables. There's always something fun.
Oh,
Oops, sorry. We need to get a snap thing, Jenny.
I have one.
You do?
I do.
I might need to borrow it from you.
that's not to put bowls in though. It's just a basket.
It's
right?
just a basket.
Right. No, it's lovely.
Like you can put anything in here.
It's just
Safari
easy to-
theme. So this was our table thing, like height where you sat
Our
at the
friend
table.
Tammy from North Dakota made these. I don't think I can find it. Oh, it's probably buried in my winter stuff. But she made these great thread keeps. They're just like this. I love them. And she sent us one as gifts, remember last year? But they're small.
Yeah, Miss Tammy's, she's snobbing with important people.
Who?
I didn't she meet Pam and Steph?
Tammy from North Dakota?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. My mom's going through my basket, which is absolutely fine.
I don't know.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about our BFF. So Nancy, I said, you pick our BFF this time. She's like, sure. And so she sends me 2, and I'm like, both were great choices. And I say great choices meaning after watching them,
You'll see them.
you're like, oh yeah, great. So I said, but then I called her. I said, well, which one? So I can, as I'm making the show notes, I can jot a few things down to make sure we get the names right and we're not screwing things up. And she's like, I think we need somebody under 100 or under 1,000. And I went,
No, I said we should have a segment. So when Jenny and I first started, there was a sub.
there was everyone
one
was
and under, or
one under 1,000
Yeah.
subs. It's and which was really nice. But to offer that, I was like, well, okay. She's like, well, have you watched Sally Stitches and ... And I went, no. She's like, well, you've got to.
That's fine.
So I said, okay. So I watched her, and I watched all of her videos because
She only's got 4.
she only has 4, but still, she's almost like she's extremely organized. She's a Vanna Pfeiffer light. She does a really good job of explaining how she finishes things. She does an organization video. I don't know. She's just.
Does she do it solo?
She does.
Which is harder. You two play off of each other, but solo people, I think, have more of a challenge. Oh God, they don't need to see me all the time. But I do think that they have more of a
I
challenge.
agree with you, Mom.
I
I
don't know
do.
that I would talk to the camera by myself.
We wouldn't have a video if we weren't.
Probably not. But anyway, so if you have, sorry,
She's a museum curator, or she does tours of museums for her little pastime.
Yep. She has 2 kids. They are teenagers. Well, one's almost a teenager. One is a teenager.
No, but it's really funny. She has an autistic kid, and so
Nonverbal.
she has all these things, like all these for her, and that works for her family. Like she has like a cage to go downstairs, and
She has a door because he's nonverbal, and she says he likes to throw things because that makes him feel good.
like threw an iPad down.
She threw an
the step.
iPad down the
Yeah.
stairs, so they have this gate now. It's not a gate, but it is to keep him.
But she'll explain it all
Yeah.
if you go watch her.
Jump on, give her a look. She's got some great stitches. She's got some fun stitches. So I just enjoyed her video. So she is now one that I subscribe to.
So she is our BFF.
So it's Sally, SALLY, stitches, ... And the ... and ... Well, the ... is because sometimes it's Sally stitches and organizes. Sally stitches and whatever she's doing for that video. So I really thought she's got a great sense of humor. So I just encourage you to pop over and give her a look.
Yes.
All right, we have 2 shares. Both are our previous. I have your addresses. So if you just want to send me a note to say I have not moved, I would appreciate it. But the first one is, I sent them to you, Nancy. The first one is Garden. So these are patterns that were donated to us by Annie, the proper stitcher. These were her spring releases. I'm really hoping her summer releases come out soon because I'm excited for a couple of them.
Hey, we have to do my Be Real.
We're supposed to be
I
filming
love
Floss
this.
Tube.
Get in here, ladies. Mom.
Oh,
No, try it again. It's going to be a good one.
Okay.
It
We're
says
back
we look
to-
fab.
Okay, great.
wicked.
Wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
The first one is Garden. The person receiving
get it,
that
hold on.
is Jennifer. Jennifer,
Jennifer,
you have won something else from us too in the past. Will you please get it up?
I'm getting it, Jenny. I do my Be Real.
Oh, it's blurry. You gotta make it so that it. So again, if you'll just send me a note that says, because I do still have your address, because I checked this morning, so as long as you haven't moved, I can get that in the mail. And then the other one was Spring, and again, this one is also Sheila. You are a previous winner also, and I do have your address and happy to send it to you.
That's cute. Miss S Stitches.
Yep. She's out of Canada.
Canada.
So I will happily get that in the mail to you.
I want to compliment you
On my Be Real. You're welcome.
because when you show your viewers things, you hold it up there long enough for them to actually
Because our
see.
viewers told us we had to slow down.
Well, I think
No,
you
your
do a-
sister tells you too.
Moving on.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't play new shares. We're not going to do new shares this time. 'cause
Sorry, guys.
I apparently didn't do it, but we'll do it next time. And then we've got some quilts. Our challenges are due. They'll be due on the next weekend, right?
Mhm.
And mine is done.
So on your challenge, you put the whole quilt on,
No, yeah. So the top was done. It's called a flimsy. The top is a
and
flimsy.
she quilted it herself.
And I quilted and put a binding on it. So
And what are you gonna do with this quilt?
it's mine.
It's your quilt.
Jenny
Jenny has like 7, maybe 14, maybe 30.
Some of them are mine that she kept.
Well,
in the
anyways, Mom, she has them displayed nicely.
What? What did you say?
Ladies, moving on.
I didn't hear you.
You have
I'm gonna drink
of
some coffee.
mine.
It's really good coffee.
My
Steve
watermelon
coffee.
crows, my blue. No, my blue one I got sent.
I have
Best
two.
coffee today. Best coffee today.
have two of
Steve
Mom's.
should make you guys coffee.
Anyways, this is Tulip Pink. Tulip Pink is
Makes
my
a good
jam.
margarita.
Maybe
So-
we'll ask him to make you one today. Can we make that happen, Jenny?
Paper pieced.
Ooh, good job.
I've never done that.
It's fun. And then I believe in straight lines.
I
think
don't.
I just figure if you're 6 feet away, you're not going to really know if I didn't quite
Amen.
say straight, but it's good enough.
I saw your corner.
What
was that?
Did you break
I
something?
don't know. No, it was my blue-handled scissors. They fell.
Anyways, I don't know about you, Jenny, but on my quilts, 3 corners will be perfect.
I got all 4 on this one.
And 4, you're like, what the heck happened?
You
Okay.
finished a quilt too.
I did. I finished Morgan's and Menkins.
I'll put the picture of the end of Nancy's quilt because it's at the Quilters.
It is.
Because the wedding is this weekend.
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
They know it's not. It's gonna be
It's
late.
fine. I mean, whenever you get a queen size quilt,
No, this is
it's
a
a king.
king.
I'm sorry, a king size
This sucker
quilt.
is huge.
It's huge, and it costs a lot to.
Because I don't do math very well. That's why it's so huge.
All right, and then I've got series quilt that's in this box that I'm not gonna move the camera to get to, but that has to be done in like 2 weeks. So I gotta get some quilting. All right.
Okay, now we got a new Wheel of Doom, so we have no idea.
I built the Wheel of Doom this morning.
Okay, Mom, you gotta get in because you're gonna be first.
I hope it's not what you take to a desert island. I got in trouble with that.
Oh no, I did not put that one back on. I gotta go here.
You know, and I told Karen about it, and she thought it was funny.
Well, that's why you and Karen are best friends, Mom.
Okay, here it is.
Favorite date memory.
Oh, you're first, Mom.
Roll that Rolodex.
I didn't say
we
that.
didn't have Rolodexes in my days.
What'd you have?
Index cards.
Smoke signals?
It's Mother's Day.
It is. That's why I'm telling you to come in. That's why I'm kind of.
I was engaged before I got married to a different gentleman, and
To our father. Let's just be clear. Before she married our father, she was engaged to another gentleman.
yes, and it was a
What was his name, Mom? Does he have a name? No one's gonna know.
Bob.
You don't just. You just
Ba
Bob.
ba 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 rain.
Ba ba ba.
Okay,
Bob.
sorry.
Bob.
Bob.
And I thought he was a real hunk, and it was a lovely first date. It was the first football game that we won at college, Ferris State, out of Rapid City. No, Rapid Falls.
Rapid Falls, I think.
Big Rapids. Somewhere in
Grand
Michigan.
Rapids?
No, Grand Rapids. No. This is up in Michigan.
You gotta get in here.
Oh God!
She's at a football game.
I got too much fat to lean in. Anyways, it was a good memory.
Of the football game?
No, afterwards.
Oh, making the car a little foggy, huh?
I was young once.
We were all young ones, Mom.
Okay, Jenny.
Why don't you go there, sister? We're
I have
just
to
going
think
over
about it.
You only dated one guy.
I didn't. I dated a few guys.
One that stuck.
And he was worth it. He's a
I have to
wonderful
tell you
man.
about our very first date.
Yours and Dave's?
Yeah, it sucked.
She didn't want to go out again.
We were an hour late. Super long story. I'm gonna make it really short as
You were
possible.
late or he was late?
No, he was on time. We were late. The person that set us up thought she should go on the date with us. I probably said 2 sentences. Like, I truly was shy.
You don't talk very much until you get to know people.
Yeah, and then you
don't
better
shut
watch
up.
out.
And
But
she's your best friend forever.
it's
She's
true.
drinking.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So you were an hour late.
hour late. We went bowling, and neither one of us liked to bowl.
That sounds like a bad mix.
Well, there's not a lot to do until that.
Well, yeah, but I was not 21 yet. So eventually, on the second date, first date was horrible, sucked. I didn't think we were going out, but he needed a date for a wedding the next weekend, and it goes downhill
That's
from
a
there.
date.
It was fun.
So you started dating when? Like when
In August.
In August. And when did you get married?
A year, 2.5 years, 1.5 years later.
1.5 years later.
Really? That long? Wow.
I wasn't at her wedding.
It's because you had a poopy person in charge of you and wouldn't let it come. I was her maid of honor, matron of honor.
It's
My
kind of
brother-
a shotgun wedding.
My brother.
Oh,
My
Nancy.
brother.
It was.
It was.
Let's be
my,
honest.
My brother wasn't at the wedding either because we were both in the military and couldn't come that weekend, but we could come any other weekend. You want to know why it had to be that weekend? Because that's when the American Legion Hall was open.
And David had that weekend off too. Anyways, it was fine.
It was a fun
It
wedding.
was a fun wedding,
Oh,
huh,
it was
Mom?
a fun wedding.
We should talk about that. That's really cute. I'm going to tell a story on my mom because it's Mother's Day. So like I said, it was a shotgun wedding. And so I couldn't drink. So my mom, but Mom could.
Mom drank at all our weddings.
I think she had like all of the champagne.
But I'm not a drinker.
That
No.
night she was.
We knew
So
you're not
the
a
next
drinker,
morning we were eating at Perkins. And I for some reason I think it was like 9 o'clock. Mom was late. Mom's not normally late. My Roy was kind of late sometimes, but Mom was
He's
never
always
late. All of a sudden, she walks into Perkins holding everything she could. And it was really funny, you guys. She's like, good morning. Good morning. She turned here, good morning. And then she sits down. And you know that she's still drunk. You know it. Because she's like, I think I'll have some scrambled eggs. Good morning. Good morning. It was the most hilarious thing ever to see my mom pretend like she wasn't drunk. She was still drunk. What time did you leave the Legion that night, Mom?
Well, let's put it this way. There were 3 other couples and your stepfather and I upstairs where the wedding reception was held. And we were just having a wonderful time. And all of a sudden, this gentleman comes up to shut the lights off and he goes, what the are you doing here? We've been closed for an hour and a half. We were having a good time.
It was a good memory.
Good, clean, honest fun.
Jenny. That was a lot longer than I wanted, sorry.
My favorite date memory. So Steve and I, when we got married, he was a senior airman, and they make no money. And I was a college student.
Or you had no money.
Or you have no money. So we went on 2 dates a month. I say 2 dates a month. Sometimes it was every other month. But one weekend we would go get a 6-pack and a pound, which is we have this place called Taco John's. It's a fast food joint.
From Wyoming.
Founded in Wyoming.
Founded in Wyoming, but it's really regional. But you get 6 tacos and a pound of potato olays. I would eat 1 taco and maybe 6 or 7 potato olays. My husband would eat the rest of them. And then we go to a matinee because that's what we could afford. So that is always a fun. So whenever we're like feeling reminiscent, we go get a 6-pack and a pound.
Well, because she's back in Wyoming.
Because I'm back in Wyoming and they have. But we would bring the kids every time we'd come to Wyoming to bring the kids to visit. We'd always get a 6-pack and a pound. My second favorite date memory is this place called the Alpine Inn.
Oh,
If you have ever been, like, it's a little different now, but when we started going,
Salad.
they have a wedge salad. And you get a wedge salad and ranch dressing. Like
a fourth of a head of lettuce.
Yeah. And there's nothing else fancy about it. They really just cut the lettuce in 4s, the head in 4s.
They make their own ranch dressing.
Their own ranch dressing. It's delicious.
So good.
And that's what you get. It's what they call the wedge salad.
It's good. My family teases me about the wedge salad.
No, we don't, because when you eat it, it's like ambrosia, and it's a half.
My family teases me about it.
Oh, your family. Okay, your mother.
The second
wouldn't
part
tease
of the date is you can get a king cut or a queen cut. Like that's what you got.
That's
you got
it.
a king cut or a queen cut, whatever that steak was of the night.
No, it's always the same steak.
you. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, I'm not going to argue, but when Steve took me, there were different cuts. They might change it now, but when I was going, because we would sometimes get a filet mignon, and sometimes we get a ribeye, sometimes we would get so whatever the cut was of the night. And we'd share a salad, or we'd share a dessert.
Their dessert is so worth it. I don't care how full you are, you need their dessert.
Bottom line, though,
It's not cheap.
it was back then, because it was like the king cut was like $20, and the queen cut was, I don't know, like 16, and so which paid for the dessert, because I get the queen cut, he'd get the king cut, the dessert then kind of made the meals the same, and then he would usually get a beer, and I would drink. So that, but now we go over, and it's a cash only place. There's no reservations taken. Like you got to stand in line. So if you want a meal, you got to get there early if you've got a bigger crowd. But they're still here. It's over in
Hill City.
In Hill City, South Dakota.
So good.
So good.
We go over there once a summer and do that.
But those are my date memories. Those two are very sober date. But I mean, we didn't have any money, so we had to scrimp and save for those 2 dates when we went on them. Now we're old, and our idea of a good time is a home cooked meal and a movie in our pajamas.
Mom, would you like to? Did we put your crown on at the beginning?
Yes, we did.
Because we want to make sure you straighten somebody's crown.
Yes, so I won't put. We always like to tell you, be sure to straighten somebody's crown. We appreciate the comments that you provide us. We appreciate the likes and the subscribes. It helps us. It just helps us make sure that we're providing content that likes do. And the subscriptions are helpful to make sure we're on track. So, all right. We should be back in 2 weeks. Memorial Day weekend.
All right.
Is your husband working?
You guys aren't going to do anything Memorial? Oh, jeez, man.
Good job, Mom. Go put your eye drops
Go put
in.
your
I don't
drops in.
do. I don't do those.
Well, then get rid of it. So you don't
No.
have a heart
Okay,
attack.
okay, it's okay. We'll fix it later. Anyways, straighten somebody's crown. Hug your mother.
Hug your mother.
Call your mother.
Weekly.
Call your mother.
Daily.
Daily.
Just say, hi, Mom. How you doing?
And Mom, what are you going to do? What did I tell you to do?
Oh, sometimes I get very sad because my grandchildren, my Nana was like the most important person in my life. My mother used to say I loved her more than I loved her. And she just was. And
Don't
so
cry. This is good. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try to initiate staying in touch with my grandchildren more. I will be the initiator. And they'll probably go, oh my God,
And
she's
what-
calling me again.
And what are you going to do? You're going to leave a message, right?
You know, you being, you know,
This again, it's technology. Our kids live on their technology.
Yep.
We try to be on our technology. Mom might find her phone.
no, I always have my phone. And I believe talking is better than texting because the inflection of a voice
Right.
can change the whole meaning of
Because
a
my mom thought I
sentence.
was mad at her. I just want to know her coffee order.
Yeah, well,
And she got her coffee, and yeah.
So don't read into people's texts. If you think
Correct.
they're mad,
Right.
call them.
right.
Ask the
And
question.
I did that, didn't
You
I?
did, Mom.
And-
I'm
but
patting
our
my
kids,
mom.
our kids don't talk on the phone.
They don't.
Nobody calls.
McKenna normally calls me on Sunday.
That's because she usually needs gas money.
No, she's doing really good. And guess what?
Sorry, sassy girl.
Anyways,
What? Guess what? What?
Emma is a very good kid. She's doing a project for me right now. So
What's she doing?
she's cutting out my stickers for my bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
She's going to start teaching Sunday school too.
That kid's gonna do a lot of things.
Is it a Catholic Sunday school?
Oh God, that's
We're heathens, Jenny.
God is God, Buddha is Buddha. They're all whoever, whatever.
We're going to hell, Jenny.
No, I just want
No,
to.
you're
And I'm
not.
gonna say hello when I get there. I'm like, probably
You're not
need
going
it.
to hell. It's just
And
it's
she's
funny.
is she going to do the hospice again?
Mom, you're gonna call her and you're gonna ask her. You just had dinner with her on Wednesday.
I know.
Straighten somebody's crown. Enjoy your stitching.
And don't tell them you're doing it. Just do it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Yes. We're going to go have some huli chicken and some key lime cake.
Some.
Hula hula.
Huli.
All
that
right.
the
All right. It is Hawaiian.
Peace.
Bye.
Nice.
That's what I do.
All right. Until next time.
Until next time, happy stitching.